What happens when power, fame, and fear collide behind closed doors? This isn't just a trial, it's an unraveling, an excavation of the darkest corners of the music industry. Welcome to today's deep dive into week 2 of the Diddy trial, a case that's shaking the very foundation of celebrity culture. We're talking secret recordings, arson, freak parties, blackmail, and a witness list so famous it could double as a red carpet lineup. So buckle in, because this gets darker with every name revealed. Day 8 in court started like any other until prosecutors dropped a bombshell, a hidden recording made by none other than Prince himself. Buried deep in the case files, this audio had never been heard before, and when it played, the courtroom fell silent. In the tape, Prince revealed that Diddy had used his home, yes, Prince's mansion, to throw what he called freak-off parties. Prince wasn't there, but he had the foresight to secretly record everything. "I've seen the payments. I've seen the NDAs. If anything happens to me, make sure this gets to the right people." These weren't vague accusations. Prince named names. He spoke of multi-million-dollar hush payments, and the prosecution backed it up with matching financial records. This wasn't just hearsay, it was evidence. And Diddy's legal team? Blindsided. They didn't see this coming. Then came Cassie Ventura. Her testimony was raw, emotional, and devastating. She described over a decade of abuse, mental, emotional, physical. She told the jury that Diddy used sex tapes as blackmail, forcing her to comply or risk public humiliations. He showed those tapes to others, sometimes just to prove he could. She said Usher witnessed an assault and did nothing. Another reminder, fame does not equal safety. In one chilling audio clip played aloud in court, Cassie can be heard screaming at a man named Sujet, someone she believed had seen one of the tapes. And it didn't stop there. Her mother took the stand too. She said Diddy threatened her directly, demanding $20,000 to suppress a tape of her daughter. "I had to take out a loan," she told the jury, "just to protect my child." This wasn't just abuse, it was psychological warfare calculated, cruel, and relentless. But what happened to Kid Cudi was something else entirely. Cudi testified that while he was dating Cassie, Diddy broke into his home. The cameras were turned, his dog was locked in a bathroom. Days later, his Porsche exploded in his driveway. Investigators found the remains of a Molotov cocktail. This was intentional. And then, Cudi says, Diddy called him and apologized. This wasn't jealousy. It was a message. Now let's talk about the freak-offs. One witness, a former sex worker known only as the Punisher, took the stand. He said he was hired by Diddy up to a dozen times, not for parties, but for scenes. Hours-long episodes, choreographed for Diddy's entertainment. He never saw violence, but he did see Cassie wince, sigh, never resist, but never look comfortable either. Then came the evidence. Homeland Security raided Diddy's mansion and hotel rooms. What they found? Cash, drugs, and weapons. Hundreds of bottles of baby oil. All of it next to AR-15s, bondage gear, platform heels, and restraints. This wasn't a party. According to the prosecution, it was a criminal enterprise, and now people are disappearing. Victim number 3, a key witness, has gone completely off the grid. Prosecutors can't find her. Another juror stepped down, citing concerns for their personal safety. This isn't paranoia. It's a pattern. Just like in the Tory Lanez case when the bodyguard mysteriously disappeared right before trial. Insiders say this is what happens when the powerful feel threatened, and the government is starting to call it what it is. RICO. This isn't just about sex crimes anymore. This is about organized coercion, control, and cover-ups. For the first time, Diddy's team mentioned a possible bipolar disorder diagnosis. They want the jury to believe that his outbursts were emotional episodes, not strategy. But forensic psychologist Dr. Dawn Hughes wasn't buying it. Abuse is about control, she said, not mood swings. She reminded the jury that Diddy called himself Puffy because he huffs and puffs when angry. Nobody in the courtroom laughed. Then came the images, the hard proof. A loaded gun found in a red suitcase, bondage restraints and baby oil, and a mirror with a chilling handwritten note, "You ascend in upward motion." This wasn't chaos. This was ritualized, rehearsed, repeated. Witnesses described Cassie crying, begging for someone to stop it. "Isn't anyone seeing this?" she once yelled on a private jet. They saw it, and they stayed silent. This trial isn't just about Sean Diddy Combs. It's about a culture that protects predators and punishes victims. A system where money silences voices and fame shields monsters. The freak-offs, the tapes, the weapons, the fear, the people who disappeared. This wasn't just abuse. This was ritualized power, and it went unchecked for years. Diddy may deny it all, but there are too many witnesses, too many receipts, too many broken lives to ignore. And still, there's more to come. We'll be following every leak, every name, every twist. Like, share, and subscribe for the full breakdowns, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay aware, stay questioning, and never look away.